I'm going to be continuing my Saga campaign, playing Part 9, The Road to Isengard, which is the third and last quest in the Treason of Saruman expansion. So we have to shuffle Saruman's voice into the encounter deck. There's Saruman's voice. We're going to be playing with the same Hobbit decks that we've played with so far in this campaign. The Bond of Friendship Hobbit deck with Sam, Tom Cotton, Mary, and Pippin. We still got the same Aragorn. And then our Messenger of the King Rosie deck. Aragorn with Glorfindel and Fatty. The starting threat for the Hobbit deck is 28. And the Rosie deck is 14. For our opening hands, Fast Hitch, Red Book of Westmarch, Thor's Key, Bill the Pony, Unexpected Courage, and Robin Smallburrow. I'll keep this hand. Over to the Rosie deck. Doors Closed, Fireside Song, Keena's Lances, Steward of Gondor, Far-Sighted, and a Clavering Stone. I'll keep this hand as well. "1A. Set Gates of Isengard, Orthanc Stone, Orthanc, Saruman, and Saruman's staff aside out of play. Add each copy of Ent of Fanghorn to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck." So we got our Ents. And here's the Saruman, Orthanc, and his staff set aside, along with the Gates of Isengard. And now 1B, rouse the Ents. 0 quest points. Players cannot draw cards or gain resources. Do not commit characters to the quest or reveal cards during the quest phase. Forced. At the end of the round, place 1 resource here. Then the players may advance to stage 2. If the players advance, the first player shuffles the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck and reveals 1 encounter card for each resource here. Then remove each Ent objective in the staging area from the game. And we're trying to rouse these Ents. And how we rouse them is we exhaust a character, and then we discard the top card of the encounter deck. And if the willpower of the exhausted character is greater than the threat of the discarded encounter card, we put 1 resource on an Ent. And when we get 3 resources on an Ent, we gain control of it. And we can do this as many times as we want. I'm going to start off with Pippin. So we got 2 and 0. Exhaust Mary for 2, and it's 1. Exhaust Tom for 1, it's X. X is 0. So we gain control of this. Now we're going to exhaust Sam for 3, and it's 0. We're going to exhaust Aragorn for 2, and it's 0. Now we're going to exhaust Rosie for 3, and it's 3. Exhaust Glorfindel for 3, and it's 2. So we gain control of this Ent. Exhaust Fatty for 1, and it's 0. Now we're going to go to the next round. We're going to exhaust Fatty for 0, or for 1, and it's 0. We're going to exhaust Glorfindel for 3, and it's 0. So we gain control of this Ent. We're going to exhaust Rosie for 3, and it's 0. We're going to exhaust Aragorn for 2, and it's 2. Exhaust Sam for 3, and it's 2. Exhaust Tom for 1, and it's 2. Exhaust Mary for 2, it's 3. Exhaust Pippin for 2, and it's 0. Yes. So we gain control. Now we go to the end of the round. We put another resource here. So we have a total of 2. Now we're going to go to stage 2. 2A, Breaking Isengard. When revealed, make Gates of Isengard the active location and add Saruman and Orthanc to the staging area. Got the Gates of Isengard. It's immune to player card effects, 3 threat, and when you explore it, you each have to go and get an enemy and put it into play, engage with you. Orthanc is immune to player card effects, 2 threat, 1 quest point, and while it's in the staging area, it gains forced. After you quest successfully, the first player looks at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck, reveals 1, and discards the others. Then we got Saruman. Now we shuffle the counter discard pile into the encounter deck, and we need to reveal 2 cards. Wormtongue, Grima, and Saga. And right now, here we're the first player here, the Hobbit deck. So I'm going to exhaust Fatty and raise my threat by 4 to send him off to the victory display. Now we go into round 3. Draw a card out of the wild. Put Bill into play. Put a fast hitch onto Tom Cotton. And then we're going to put a Sora's Key onto Sam. And go over to the Rosie deck. Lesson of Caution. We're going to play Lesson of Caution where we get Secrecy 1, so we cost nothing. We draw a card, and then we can choose either reduce our threat by 2 or the next card we play gains Secrecy 1. And we're going to say the next card we play gains Secrecy 1. So we're going to play a Steward of Gondor onto Rosie for 1. Exhaust it to give 2 resources. Then we're going to play a Clavering Stone onto Rosie. And she gets +2 willpower. Now I'm going to spend 1 from Fatty and put a Song of Wisdom onto Rosie. And that gives her the lore trait of lore icon. And now I'm going to play Farsighted, Doomed 1. And we can look at the top 5 cards of the encounter deck. and put them back in the same order. So we're going to reveal this, and then each player must choose either return an enemy, engages him to the staging area, or reveal an encounter card. So that would mean that we would have to reveal this for here, and this. This would be Surge, and then this would be revealed. So we're going to, and then we would discard a card. So it would be at least 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, and whatever this happens. So 15 at the most and 12 at the least. And we can get rid of this if we wanted to, but it doesn't look, we can put this source key onto it. It would make it so it would be 0 threat. And we could use 2 ends to get rid of it if we wanted to. So this would give 5. So we're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. $10. So we reveal this. We have to return enemy or reveal encounter card. We're going to reveal encounter cards. So the Saga. We have to discard a random card from our hand. Three. And then Plains of Isengard. So at the moment we added 4. So far we've quested unsuccessfully by 3. We're going to put the source key. Now we'll reveal this. Exhaust each damaged character until the end of the round. Treat damage character's text box as if it was blank. That's Surge. And now we reveal the Blast of Sorcery. Assign X damage among characters committed to the quest, where X is one more than the number of players in the game. So you have to deal 3 damage. We're going to deal 1 to Sam. 1 to Mary. And 1 to Pippin. So we've quested under by 3. We exhaust Rosie, we would quest over by 2. So we would have to search for an enemy to put it into play. And I have one enemy that's engaging. We're going to exhaust Rosie and add 5, so we're up to 15. We explore this. And we also quest successfully. So we have to search to the top 3 cards, put one of them into the staging area. We're going to get the Steaming Vent. This is explored. Now we search for an enemy. We're going to get a Isengard Orc. And another Isengard Orc. And we're going to travel to the Steaming Vent. And Rosie gets a resource for questing successfully. Oh, she didn't quest. Now the Grima's engaging the Hobbit deck. And we're going to leave Saga up in the staging area. Deal out shadow cards. We're going to block the Isengard Uruk with Tom Cotton and remove the shadow card. And no damage. Now we're going to block Grima with one of the Ents of Fanghorn. No shadow, no damage, and Grima gets shuffled back into the deck. Now we have to reveal a card. Blast of Sorcery. Assign X damage among characters committed to the quest. So there's no characters committed to the quest. Now we're going to block with one of the Ents. No shadow, no damage. We're going to attack back with the other Ent and destroy the Isengard Orc. We're going to attack with the other Ent and destroy this Isengard Orc. And we had Archery 3. Put it onto an Ent. Draw a card. Imperial. We're going to put Fireside Song onto Rosie. Gives her +1 willpower for each song. And we have a Song of Wisdom on her. Now we're going to go over to the Hobbit deck. Hobbit Archer. We're going to put a Hobbit Archer into play. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. There's a total of 4, 5, 6, 7 in the staging area. we can quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. 8. First card is Wormtongue. So Grima is Doom 2. Second one is a Wolf of Isengard. So that added 5, bringing it up to 12. So we're below by 4. We're going to exhaust Rosie to add 7. So that brings us up to 15. And then we're going to exhaust an Ent to put 2 progress onto the steaming vent. So 3 progress explores it. Now we quest successfully. We're going to get rid of these 2 and put in an open pit. This is explored. And now we put a resource here. And we have to deal out 3 damage. We'll do 1 to an Ent, and 2 to this Ent. And I should read you what it says in 2B. It's 0 quest points, breaking Isengard. Players can't travel to Orthanc. After a non-unique location is explored, place 1 damage here. Then, if there are 5 damage tokens here, advance to stage 3A. Quest action. Exhaust Ent of Fanghorn to place 2 progress on a non-unique location. And we're going to travel to the open pit. No, we're not going to travel because we don't want to have that wizard go off. So now we have to engage. We're going to engage Grima over here. And he's got 29. So we have to engage him. And we have archery 1. We'll deal that to this Ent. We're going to block with a Ent. No shadow, no damage, and we shuffle Agreement back into the encounter deck. I reveal an encounter card. Steaming Vent. We're going to block with Tom Cotton, remove this. And then we're going to attack with an Ent and a Hobbit Archer and destroy this Wolf of Isengard. Go to the next round. An Honor Guard. We're going to put an Honor Guard into play. Then we're going to play a Unexpected Courage onto Rosie. Go over to the Rosie deck. Dolores Consul. We're going to put Ferial into play. So while Steaming Vent is in the staging area, we have to deal 1 damage to a questing character. And there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12. So we're going to questing with Sam, so he takes 1 damage. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. And a quest for 11. And we reveal this, a Ringwall of Isengard. We'll take it. So we reveal that. And then the next one, it's Machines of Isengard. It's gains Surge because there's no active location. Saruman's Voice. Peril, Doom 2. Enchantment. When revealed, remove a hero from the quest and attach Saruman's Voice to that hero. Counts as a condition attachment with attacks forced. When attached hero commits to the quest, is declared as an attacker or defender, or triggers this ability, its controller must discard 1 card from its hand. So we have no heroes committed to the quest. So we're going to have to put it onto Pippin. And the only effect that would do it would be the response. Because each enemy in play gets +1 engagement cost as a passive effect. So it's not triggering anything. So we added 2, bringing that up to 14. And we quested for 11. So we quested unsuccessfully by 3. We can exhaust an Ent here and an Ent here to clear out the steaming vent. And now we have to deal 3 damage to characters in play. I'll put 2 damage, 1 damage here. It's 1, 2, 3. And we're going to travel to the ring wall of Isengard. Engage Saga. Archery 1. We're going to cancel that with the Honor Guard's ability. Reveal this. Discard that. And we're going to attack and destroy him. Now we go to the next round. We have another damage here. Draw a card. Staff of Levithron. Going to spend a resource and put that onto Tom. Now I'll go over to the Hobbit deck. Draw a card, Buckland Sheriff. We're going to spend 2 and put Robin Smallborough into play. right now we need to get rid of, we're going to put the Buckland Sheriff into play too. Pay full cost for him. So there is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the staging area. And we could quest for 2. He's not going to quest. So we can quest for 2. And allies attack him. Yes, they can. So we actually are going to discard a card to commit into the quest. We're questing for 3. 10. 11, 12. 13, 14. 18, 19, 20. So 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. A quest for 24 and play a Gildor's Consul. So we're only going to be revealing 1 card. Ill Fate. That goes over here. Saruman's Orders. Should either return an enemy engage with you, or we have to reveal 2 encounter cards. Poison Vapor. Exhaust each damaged character until the end of the combat phase. Treats the character's text box as if it were blank, except for traits. So this is Not what I wanted to happen. So both the Ents are exhausted. And that is Surge. Steaming Vent. Now the next card is Underground Armory. So that added 7, bringing it up to 15. So we quested successfully by 9. So that clears the ring wall of Isengard. We have to discard a random card. And then we put another damage here. We're going to travel to the Steaming Vent. And we also have to look at the top cards here. We're going to get the Wolf of Isengard, engage that with the Hobbit deck. Block with Tom Cotton, remove this. And we're going to ready up Tom and attack with the Buckland for 5 and destroyed. And we go to the next round. Draw a card. Staff of Levithron. Just going to see is Saruman's. not going to do anything over here. I'm going to over to the Hobbit deck, Fast Hitch. We're going to put a Fast Hitch onto Rosie. We're going to play Keena's Lances for 4. And draw 3 cards. Do an Unexpected Courage. We're going to we're going to play a Gandalf. And reduce our threat by 5. And now we're going to go into the questing phase. We're going to exhaust. These 2 Ents over here. To put two progress here. Each player raises their threat by 2. Now we're going to exhaust these 2 Ents over here to put 4 progress here. And now we have to deal out 3 damage. We're going to put it onto Gandalf. That also puts 2 more damage here. We've got 5 damage. Automatically goes to the next stage. Each player draws 6 cards. Each player with more than 6 cards in his hand discards cards from his hand until he has only 6 cards. And attach Saruman's staff to Saruman. That's Saruman's staff. After a player draws any number of cards, Saruman attacks that player. Deal and resolve 2 shadow cards from this attack and remove 1 damage from Saruman. While Saruman has any hit points remaining, the players cannot win the game. So we need to discard 1. We're going to discard the staff. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to discard 2. Going to get rid of Weep No More. And Treebeard. And right now there is 10 in the staging area. And we want to get 15 here. So we're going to quest 2. We can discard a card. That's 2. Gotta make sure we leave 10 up. We can ready 2. And she can give out 5, 7, 8. Yeah, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20, 23, 27, 30. Now we get a look at this card. Do we want it or not? We'll take it. So it's a ring wall. So we have 30 going. And a steaming vent. So that added 5 to 15. Quested for 30. Puts exactly 15 here. We're going to travel to the... first we have to reveal 3 because we quested successfully. We're going to take the Blast of Sorcery. Assign X damage among characters committed to the quest. X is 1 more than the number of players in the game. So that's 3. I'll put 3 on Glorfindel. So you have to raise our threat by 1. So now we're going to travel to the Orthanc. And while Orthanc is the active location, Saruman is considered to be engaged with the first player. When Orthanc is explored, cancel all progress placed on the quest and phase and return Orthanc to the staging area. So now Saruman is attacking. We're going to block with Tom. And Tom has four defense because of his Tireless Ranger. And we're going to remove the staff. Remove his shadow card. And he's attacking for 6. It does 2 damage. Now we're going to spend 2. Ready up Mary. And spend 2 and ready up Aragorn. And we're going to attack for 3, 4, exhaust Rosie to make it 7 more, 11. And then add Hobbit 12, 13. And Saruman is down to -0 hit points, and we win the game. So there's a victory. And you saw that technique there. You don't go to stage 3 until you know you can push all the way through and clear out stage 3 on 1 turn. So you can travel to Orthanc, have Saruman only make 1 attack, and then destroy him. Otherwise, you have to take an attack every time you draw a card each turn. So that's 1 attack per player each turn. So I would say the MVPs in this deck were Fast Hitch, and then the other one I would say is the staff, because we were able to get rid of shadow cards. So I'll see you in the Dead Marshes. Have a great day. And that resolution is, if any player has 3 or fewer cards in his hand, the players have earned the Saruman's Voice Burden card. If any player has 3 or more cards in his hand, the first player has earned the Palantir of Orthanc Boon card. Add the earned cards to the campaign pool. So we have 4 cards here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards here. so we get to add the Palantir of Orthanc.